Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank y'all so much for stopping by my live stream today. I really, really appreciate it, man. Whether you're in the Philippines, in America, or beyond, I see the NTZ is in the house. Cal Deadman, so far, he's first one. He's earning his raise, man. I gave him a 2 peso raise. Yeah, Nicholas Cherry. I saw that 3 dislikes already before it even started, but that's okay. We're going to use that as motivation. Remember, we got a lot to talk about today, as usual. You saw that subject that I put up there, is a Filipina submissiveness. Is it real or make believe? But I'm going to talk about it today as a compliment. Hey, Kate Earls, we'll wait till a few more people get on here. Sam Champion, man. I had some of that. I had a chicken breast last night, and it used some of the Heinz 57 you sent me, man. I tell you what, you talking about missing home, man. Kona Ranger, yes, no troll zone. And I want to apologize to TJ for missing his super chat, man. I went back and I saw it, and I apologize, man. I tried to acknowledge all of those. I don't know how I missed that. Smoky Mountain Modeler. I appreciate all the kindness, generosity, and support of my channel. If y'all see, I did go ahead and put the video up on Ricky and Violet. I go by there every day, but I'm only gonna videotape them like once a month. We're gonna leave them alone, let them get settled in. But Rick was not there yesterday. He was working, man. I told y'all, Rick is the real deal, man. He's no joke. Hey, Michael Cosby, good to see you back with us, man. I appreciate it. We'll wait. Hey, Smoky Mountain, Sam T, good morning, Philippines. Yeah. Zora Dundee, good morning. Surfleet Surfer 63, what's going on, man? Phoebe Love Koyoka, hello, how are you? Newbie here, welcome. Man, we welcome. Hey, Jacob Tanjay, the newest member of the NTZ, man. Thank you, man, for everything you do. Ryan Jones, appreciate it. Hey, John, good morning. Okay, we're going to get started. I just want to start out, man, with this Green Lane deal. I know you see some bloggers. They're putting some information out there about the green tourism ready to open. Look, guys, they're talking about OFWs and returning Filipinos from abroad. They're not talking about international tourists, okay? I know it's a lot of clickbait, man, because they know when they put that up there that a lot of people who are anxious to come back to the Philippines, they're going to click on there for information. I just want to let you know, if you want to find out about that, whether the Philippines open or not, just go on to Manila Times, ABS-CBN, CNN Philippines. Man, this is big news. When the Philippines opens, it's going to be worldwide news, man. It's not going to be some blogger like me that's going to break that story. All right, go to Manila Times, Cebu Daily News, Inquirer.net, Field Star. That's where you're going to get that information from that, man. You're wasting your time clicking on that stuff, man. It's not concerning you. And then it's only dealing with shortening their quarantine times. Hey, Nate, Callie, what's going on? Kenneth Roundtree, Ron Bizzle, I see you. LaRock's Cooking Adventures. Yeah, so don't get confused about that, guys. Another thing before we get started on the subject is we're back on GCQ, man. Didn't I warn you that our quarantine level was going to raise? It's stricter now. Kids 18 and under cannot go out. Seniors, I think 60 and up, or 65 and up can't go out. I've got to do the research on this GCQ because it's been so long, man, since San Carlos City's been on GCQ. I've been back here for, since September. So you're talking about almost 10 months. So it's a lot that I've got to learn again. What I can do, what I cannot do. A lot of people here are upset. It's not my business, though. I'm a guest here, but they're saying they're going backwards. They're not going forwards. And they're really upset about that. But, it is what it is, man. I can still go out to the store and different things like that. I think I can ride my bike. I got to make sure of that. Hey, Carmen Greenwood, Alex Bennett, thank you. He says, I love your work, man. I appreciate it, man. I got a new video I put up. It's called What's Love Got to Do With It, man? I'm tired of getting online. This age gap thing, man. It's getting old, guys. It doesn't matter. What two consenting adults decide upon is nobody's business. I mean, somebody over here 18 and over is an adult. All right, some of us aren't even looking for love. If love develops, fine. If it don't, hey, I'm happy within myself, man. I'm no longer going to put my happiness in the hands of somebody else. I'm responsible for that. I put the link to my video. My girlfriend wants me for my money in a new life. I don't care, okay? And a lot of us are like that. Hey, Comanche Warrior says, what's up with Bill Cosby? Yeah, we're not going to discuss that, man. We're not going to discuss anything that's going to be divisive on here. I hear you, brother, but we're not going to do it. Sometimes every now and then I get pulled into subject on religion, race, and politics, man. But today I'm on my P's and Q's, man. I'm not going to do it. But thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, Jerome Morgan, good to see you here with me, man. Monroe Smith, I see you. Yeah, but, what's love got to do with it, guys? And I know I pick on a lot of guys who send money over here, okay? But this is only to women you never met before, because no matter how much money you spend or you send over here to a woman, you're always going to get a deal, man. I'm talking about after the fact, though. I'm not talking about before you've never met. I'm talking about after you establish a relationship and everything, because what price can you put on somebody that's going to give you their all in all? That's going to put their life into your hands. That's no price, man. But I'm talking about don't send money before. All right, guys, that's just not good. And while I'm on that subject, before I move on to the subject in hand, look, guys, the very guys that I'm trying to help on here with my information, they're going behind my back, man. There's another guy, okay, whoever it is dealing with Jobel. Now, they done went behind my back, sent her the video and says, hey, Calvin's talking about you on here. I don't trust you anymore. Man, you're a lie. I'm not talking about her. I just said that I'm admonishing men for sending a lot of money to these women, corrupting them, turning otherwise good women into bad women. I didn't say anything about Jobel or any of them guys. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to be better than that. Come on in. There you go. Hey, good morning. That's the wrist. That's the manicurista. Hey, Enzo Pastori. Hello, Calvin. Enzo from Melbourne, Australia, saying hello. I enjoy your channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, I chose that subject today because, in a time right now where, feminism has really grown throughout the world, whenever you mention submission and a woman in the same sentence, man, it's controversial. But a Filipino submissiveness is actually a strength. It's not a weakness. A lot of people will look at that as making her inferior, but it actually makes her superior. It sets her apart, no matter what you think. And I'm not just talking about being submissive to her partner or her husband. I'm talking about to her career, to her family, to her studies, to her church. Man, when Filipinos, they give their all in all, man, and they will submit, to further achieve their goals and their dreams, man. If you don't believe me, look over in America, Britain, places like that, Saudi Arabia, and watch who's running these emergency rooms, these trauma centers. It's Filipino women, man. It's because they submitted to their studies as a nurse, to their careers. They gave them their all in all, man. And they do the same thing in their relationships, man, because a Filipino, to them, a happy sacrifice means a happy life, man. I'm going to tell you something. And I think it's something that she should be applauded for. And it's the reason why men come here from every corner of the earth to date them, to court them, to marry them, to be in their company, man. I'm going to tell you, man. I think that every man should experience it. It's comforting, you know. I had a lot of trouble with my American wife. We were married for 18 years, man, but it wasn't like we didn't go through it, man. All that confrontation, all that arguing, anything I wanted to do, she wanted to do. And I told her one time, I said, look, if I wanted a man, I would have married a man. I don't want a man. I want a woman. And see, Filipinos, they don't mind being women over here, man. And submission is nothing negative. It's a positive for them, and it's a compliment that I give them, guys. So, you know, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your experiences. Surfer 63 says, well, mine ain't quiet and submissive. Now, see, I didn't say anything about quiet. She is feisty, smart, outspoken in a Filipino way with plenty of polite but pointed questions that can make you suck breath. Yeah, well, you know, well, you got the bad one then, because that's not what they're known for. That's not. I didn't come 8,000 miles for a feisty, smart, outspoken woman. I left that back in America, see, and I'm not knocking you for that. I'm just saying that, yeah, I didn't come all that way for that. Hey, Seth's Travel Vlogs, thank you. She said, just finished listening to your new upload vids. Thank you so much. Go back and give Seth's Travel Vlogs some support. Also, Dez's Hangout Haven, Vixen's Vlog. These are Filipinos who have and who speak to foreigners, who speak to us, who try to help us, give us a better understanding of the Philippines. Buffalo Dan says 100% clickbait. Yeah, it was. About that green lane stuff, man. And it burns me up that people do that, because I respect the vlogger and she gives great information, but whenever you do that, you got to put that in your comments. In your description, that you know this has nothing to do with international travelers. Hey, Benny G, what's going on? See, one thing that I love about a Filipina is you never have to ask her anything twice. Okay? You never have to ask her to do anything twice, see? Because she knows, man, you know, a happy spouse, a happy house. She's smart like that, man. You know, I told you on my video before, man, she's known for her sacrifices for her family, for taking one for the team, man. You know, you don't have to beg her. Yeah. How many times we find ourselves begging over there? You don't have to do that over here, man. You know, men don't come all the way over here for some feisty, smart, outspoken relationship, man. We don't do it. Hey, Chriselle. Oh, okay. Seth's Travel Vlog says MECQ is extended. Also here in the other side of the island. Wow, Negros Occidental. That's not really good. I don't like that, because it's coming. We run a border with Negros Oriental. We're Negros Occidental. And I promise you, man, at the end of July, unless something just blows open, we're going to be on MECQ. Hey, EC, thanks for joining us. Stephen Shiro says Green Lane is getting momentum. Just be patient. Yeah, we're being patient, but we're saying if you post something on there and says, "Oh, the Green Lane, is taking off and blah blah blah," we're going to click on that. Especially me. I need to be in the Green Lane, man. Trust me. I don't want this place to open. No one wants this place to open up more than me. Hey, John Palmer says, I got tired of waiting for it to open. I'm going to South Africa. Great idea, man. Listen, I just made a video, my live stream a couple of live streams ago. It says, don't waste your summer waiting on the Philippines to open, man. So many beautiful places to visit around the world. Eventually, this place is going to open, okay? Hey, thank you, Levon White, for that super chat. He said, how are you? Your info is the best. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Levon's a part of the NTZ. I just give you my boots on the ground experiences, man. Like I said, Surf Fleet Surfer says, if you really want to know about the travel situation, you should all look at Jennifer Terry's channel. Well, see, that's the channel I'm talking about. She's putting up this green lane stuff in her title. I respect her. She has a great blog. I mean, trust me. And I don't have to say that. I mean, she's got over 50,000. But when you put stuff like that, you got to be responsible too. People are going to click on that. It has nothing to do with us. It has to do with OFWs and returning Filipinas, okay? So, and I hope you promoting my channel as well as you promoting her Surf Fleet Surfer. I don't mind y'all doing that on my channel. Just return the favor, please. Hey, Ron Bizzle, thank you for the super chat. He says, live your life best you can in the way you want within the laws of the land. It's short, absolutely. I only live by 2 laws, man. 2 rules, really. Because there really are no rules, guys, but I got 2 that I live by. Number 1 is obey the laws, wherever you are, okay? No matter where you are. And number 2 is don't violate the rights of your fellow man. I'm not going to steal from anybody. I'm not going to stab somebody in the back. I try to do that the best I can. It's the only 2 laws I live by. Everything else, man, look, life goes by very, very quickly, okay? Hey, Michael Cosby, thanks for that super chat. He says, a trade-off. They don't want a man 20 or 30 years older. They don't love you, but they are not stupid. They all have a plan. Yeah, I agree with you, Michael, and that's why we've got a plan too. Our life doesn't depend on these women loving us. That's the whole point of my video, guys, okay? Don't let your life depend on whether some woman, whether she's in the Philippines or wherever she is, in your home country, Africa, wherever. Don't let your life depend on her loving you. Don't let your happiness depend on that. I'm to a point now where I don't care why a woman is with me, because I'm responsible for my happiness, guys, okay? That's all I'm saying. Chriselle Sebastian says, this is a Filipina, and I like her. And I like her. I hope she would talk about stuff like this on her channel. She said, age gap should never be an issue. Never dated someone 5 years close to my age. And it's true. I agree with you 100%. What 2 consenting adults agree on is nobody's business, man. Hey, Dana Middleton, thanks for that super chat. Why in the world would somebody even care why a woman's dating me? It's none of your business. You're going to get on there, oh, she don't love you for real. Okay, well, I don't love her for real. She's getting from me what she can, and I'm going to get from her what I can. Because no matter how much money I spend, once we're together and she's giving me her all in all, I'm still getting the best deal, because I can never spend enough money for somebody's life, but hey, guys, Nicholas Cherry says between John and Joe. Yeah, that's a good place to be, to be honest with you. But, let's go back to this Filipino submissiveness. And this is what separates her from the rest of women in the world. Otherwise, why come over here if you can get a smart, outspoken, fiery woman? Men don't come over here for that. And that's not what makes Filipinas so attractive, so appealing. And I say submissiveness in a good way, in a positive way. See, because the submissiveness turns the toughest guys into jelly. It makes them clay, man, turns them to clay in the Filipinas' hands. See, and she eventually, gets everything that they have, all the while being quiet, unassuming, and just a decent human being, guys. Submissiveness, we're all submissive to something, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it doesn't have to be negative. It's positive, but she's smart enough to know, hey, that if I build this man up, if I make him happy, if I make him successful, then we're both going to be successful. See, that's what we need. That's all, I don't want nobody negative around me. See, my woman, we're compatible. It's all about compatibility now. It's not about what a woman looks like, how old she is, It's about compatibility. See, when I get finished reading a book, she picks it up and reads it. See, that's what I want. Now we can talk about some stuff, you know, but whether or not she loves me, she says she does, but how do I really know? I don't know. Hey, Sal, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to talk to you yesterday. I hope you won something at that casino, man. Hey, Mr. Biloxi Farmer said, me and my Filipina have been together for 5 years plus, and we have 3 kids. Don't believe all this hype about them being submissive. They are not feminists and make great wives, but they're not submissive. Okay, that's the other side of it, because, you know, a lot of guys say it's make-believe. They're not really submissive for real. But, and when I talk about Filipinas, guys, I'm talking about my experience. I'm not generalizing. I'm talking about the 3 I've had experience with. When I put them side by side with my Western experiences, yeah, they're submissive. Because I've never had to ask a Filipino to do something twice, never ask them to beg. There's real role playing in the household. I know my place and she knows hers. See? And that's good, man. That's what we need. I don't want another man. If I want a man, I would have married a man. I don't want a man. I want a woman. Filipinos don't mind being feminine. They don't mind being a woman. Okay? She's not trying to do everything I do. Yeah, Says Travel Vlog says, I do agree. Don't rely on your happiness to someone else. It's absolutely true, guys. Who cares whether somebody loves you or not? What does that do? Does that validate you or your relationship because a woman says she loves you? What's your definition of love anyway? Come on, talk to me, man. Hey, Dana Middleton, good to see you, brother. I really appreciate it. Mr. Biloxi Farman says, also in the Philippines, a woman normally manages the money. Absolutely. EC says no such thing as submissive in Canada. It doesn't exist. Well, we're all submissive to something. Okay. Vincent Smith said, ask Tina Turner, love is a secondhand emotion. That's all it is, man. To be honest with you, it's just an emotion, man. And to say that you don't have a good relationship because your woman doesn't love you, how can she love you when she doesn't probably even love herself? A lot of these women are too young. They haven't even been out in the world to discover who they really are. They haven't lived long enough. You know, we're asking a lot of these women, man, when we demand, we don't expect them. We demand them to love us. Griselle Sebastian says, sending money is always a risk. Make sure you send your money to the right woman. LOL. You know, majority of people on my channel, they're 45 years and older. I cannot tell you how to spend your money. I'll tell you my boots on the ground experience. I tell you what I'm seeing over here when you send these women that money that you don't know, you've never met before. I'm telling you what they're doing with the money. Okay, now for you to turn around and use the information against me, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's low down. I think you're being as wimpy as you could possibly be. See, I'm not saying every Filipino is bad. I'm telling you, when I put out a video or when I do a live, I'm giving you my experience, what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. Doesn't get any clearer than that, guys. I'm not generalizing, okay? But 2 of the women, okay, I interviewed 4. 2 of the women, 2 of the men behind those women have already sent that video to these women telling them, oh, Calvin's talking about you. No, I'm not. I'm talking about you. You're sending the money. She's not. She's just accepting it. And I would accept it too. China Zolda Vulcan says, and good morning, brother. Good evening. I think you're in New York. As a new man, what aren't you willing to give up from the Philippines? My independence, man. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be in henpecked over here. I refuse to do that. That's why I came over here. See, I'm not going to give up my freedom and my independence. And I have a level of freedom here I've never experienced before in my whole life. You know, hey, Simply Actors, good to see you. She's one of my favorite people. John Bentley says a Filipino woman in the Western world is damaged. Get one raised in the countryside of the Philippines. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. What's the point of dating a Filipino, becoming an expat? Some other man brings her over there, they get divorced, and then you go marry her or date her. What's the whole point, man? You're going to get something that you're going to greatly regret. Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, she looks nice. She's going to look good on your arm, but that's about it. Chriselle Sebastian said, this is a Filipino, remember. Filipino submission is failed passion and dedication. Absolutely. And that's what sets her apart. It's not a knock on Filipinos. It's actually a compliment, guys. Every man should experience this. Even those guys who said that their wife is not submissive, oh, trust me, man, compared to a Western woman that I've been dealing with, black, white, doesn't matter, Chinese over there in the West, they're submissive, man, you know, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing because they're not only submissive to you, they're submissive to their jobs, to their careers, to their studies. You don't believe me? Go in America, man. These big trauma centers and emergency rooms, they're run by Filipino women. I personally know Filipinas, because of their submissiveness, who don't even have a high school diploma over here. They're now managing millions of dollars in the United States. They turn the toughest men to jelly in their hands, man, with that sweetness and that submissiveness. We're not used to it, man. Kona Ranger said American women don't want to be nurses. Well, I don't know. They do, but, you know, even now, there was a big article in the Philippines, in the Manila Times several years ago, that's saying the reputation of the Filipino nurse is being hurt by a lot of these new nurses who are getting into the field for the money. See, you're going to have, man, if you're going to succeed as a nurse, you're going to have to go into it for more than money, because you're going to be tested real soon in those emergency rooms and trauma centers, man. You know, my auntie, Ann Roach, may she rest in peace, she was one of the first black women in Kentucky to actually work in a trauma center. And she had a nervous breakdown. This was back in the early 60s. Her mother, which was my grandmother, was one of the first nurses in black nurses. But in her time, she couldn't touch white patients. But she was a nurse, graduated from Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. So, yeah, you got to be the real deal to get into that nurses field. You're going to get exposed real quick. But, yeah, my auntie had a nervous breakdown. She couldn't handle all that stuff, man. Papa Smurf, the OG, said relationships are 50-50. I disagree with you. They're 100% and 100%. I don't want 50% of a woman, OG. I know what you're saying, but, yeah, if you're going to give it 100%, then I'll give it 100%, but not 50-50. Absolutely, Frank Ellis. I said that on my video. The truth is women mature faster than men, physically and mentally. You know, so I'm 58. A 58-year-old woman is a lot older than me. You know, and I don't want to be with a 58-year-old woman. That doesn't knock. I'm not going to put a knock on a woman, but our relationship's not going to work. You know, she's already got his and her rocking chairs. I'm not ready for a rocking chair. You know, get his and her roller skates, maybe, but not no damn rocking chairs, you know. I'm not ready for that knitting, you know, those damn knitting needles and all of that, man. Michael Cosby says slaves were submissive. No, see, that's a forced submission, and then a conditioned submission. That's not what we're talking about, Michael Cosby. Come on, man, don't bring that stuff on here today, Michael. We're not going to do that. Seth Travel Vlog says, always love yourself more than others. No, it's not that, but love yourself first. It begins and ends with love of self, guys. You know, you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself. And they can't love you unless they love themselves. Albert Young says, my Filipino said, when we get married, I'm the boss. Definitely not used to that. Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Who says that being a woman is inferior? It's not. Men and women are equal, but we're not the same, guys. I mean, come on now. The first time a man has a baby, okay, the next time will be the first time, guys. We can do things they can't do, and they can do things that we can't do. We're not the same. Zorba Dundee says, Calvin, has your partner give you temple? No, ever. I promise you. The 3 relationships I've had over, because I let them know right up front, I won't tolerate it. I will leave today if she pulled that today, and we've been together 2 years, we got a daughter. I rent the place down the street. I don't deal with that temple stuff. It's immature, and I don't have time for it. I'm 58, man. Hell, temple. Says Travel Block, said, yeah, Albert, but she's the real boss. And see, that's why I say that, you know, the Filipino submissiveness is a strength for her. Okay? Because in her heart, she knows, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's going to be my way or the highway anyway. Yeah, Jacob Tanjay, in the words of Bob Dylan, you got to serve somebody. We're all submissive to a point, you know. Okay, take some of you smokers out there, you submitted to nicotine. Snatch them damn cigarettes from you for an hour. You'll see you're submissive. Okay? Absolutely, Albert. I said that compatibility is really number one over here. When you come 8,000 miles, man, you can't be looking for looks, man. It's a lot of beautiful women over here. You know, remember now, look at the murder in the family, man. That's what got him killed. You know, may he rest in peace. Michael Cosby said, you lost your damn man. You are paying for a woman to be submissive to you and trying to say it's a good thing. I'm not stupid. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying this, that we're going to spend money anyway. But guess what? No matter how much money I spend, okay, I was with my American wife for 18 years. How many millions of dollars did I probably spend? But it was after the fact. It wasn't before the fact. You know, as a man, that's my place, to be the protector, to be the maintainer, see, to be the provider. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to send you $1 million pesos before I ever meet you, before I ever, you know, touch you. Leon Raczowski says submissive is the wrong word. No, it's not. Not in the context I'm using it. What context are you using, Leon? You know, if you look up the definition of submission, let me look it up, guys, and tell you that it's what I'm saying. It says, ready to conform to the authority or will of others. Obedient or passive. Okay? Now I say that in a positive way, as a compliment. See, Filipinos aren't going to be confrontational. If you have a Filipino that's confrontational, man, you need to throw her back. You know, I didn't come over here for that. I left that. I don't want a woman like that. Hey, Marlo, thank you. He said, hey, brother, keep up the good work. So if you want me to read that definition again, I will. See, Filipinas, that's their culture. All right? And I came over into that culture, and I like that part of it, where there's clearly defined roles. I'm the leader. Okay? Doesn't make me better, but I'm the leader until I prove otherwise. Leo XL says submission is gold. I mean, if, like I said, you're submissive to those cigarettes, take them away for an hour, take them away from a day and see, don't you be begging. It's a good thing that cigarettes are legal, because if they wasn't, you'd be out there selling booty for cigarettes. Michael Cosby, listen, man. You're not going to come on my channel with this foolishness, man. Okay? Because now you're attacking me, and I'm not going to deal with that from you or anybody else. I'm just going to start, just when you put up stuff like that. Michael Cosby, okay. Thanks for the super chat. He said, okay, so you win. You are there to eat rice and a submissive woman. I learned a lot about you. They don't want you. You the leader. I got you. Okay. I'm not here to argue, man. We just want to discuss this stuff, guys, because Filipinos have that reputation. I didn't give it to them. I'm only 58 years old. Americans have been dealing with the Philippines ever since at least 1899, guys. Okay. But we can't talk about it responsibly. We can't, we can disagree and still get along, guys. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Levon White, thanks for that super chat. He says submission is a strength. The more submissive a woman is to me, the more she will receive from me in every aspect. Absolutely, man. See, and you said it all right there. This is the reason why they excel and they achieve so much in such little time than these other feminist women who saying, oh, I'm not going to submit to a man. Because the woman, the Filipina's smart. She's intelligent. She knows, how to work your ego, man. And if being submissive is doing that, it's not a knock on her. It sets her apart. That's why men come from all corners of the earth to date them and marry them. Retired 2019, thanks for that super chat. Calvin, a man that provides and protects his family deserves to be the head of the household. Absolutely. And see, that's what the whole point of being submissive means to me. If I'm the maintainer, the provider, the protector, then damn it, I'm going to be the leader too. And if you want to try to fight and push against that, then our relationship's not going to work. See? Says Travel Vlog says, for me, you don't have to say I love you every day. Show it. Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything anyway. It doesn't validate my relationship. It doesn't validate me. I mean, I love you is, it's just, man, I'm going to tell you, man, it's just words to me. Who's even saying we're looking for love? Griselle says, if you are with the right Filipino, you can sleep with your two eyes closed and your wallet on the side table. Absolutely. And that's what I love about them, see? But, I don't want to use words like knowing your place and all that, because that rubs people the wrong way. But there's clearly defined roles over here, and that's what I like. That's what I grew up with. Craig Schuler says women here hit the wall when they turn 30 years old. A man with some money may never hit that wall. And that's I agree with you, and that's really in life, and we didn't make the rules. We did not create nature. Okay. A woman, as she gets older, her options for, relationships, go down. Whereas a man's is still either stays level or it increases. But I didn't make the rules, man, Michael Cosby says, I was starving, I'd make you the leader too. Well, but the bottom line is we're talking about in their culture too, Michael. Okay. And remember, I didn't make the rules, but on my channel, I want to talk about real life stuff, guys. I just don't want to flash women in bikinis because they're over here. What are my chances of finding a 5'9" submissive Filipino? Well, Filipinos come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And you're going to see that over here. But remember, submission, as I use it, it's not a put down. It's a compliment. It's the reason why they come from so far back to achieve their goals. I mean, lofty goals, man, because they're smart, they're intelligent, they know how to work your ego. And what more does works an ego than a submissive woman, whether it's real or make believe? Stephen K, thanks for that super chat. He says, I don't care about leading anyone in a country I have little or no true understanding of how life is there. Y'all need to stop with I provide, therefore I'm the man I follow in the Philippines. No, that's not what I'm saying, Stephen K. But if that's what you're saying, I respect that. That's not what we're saying. But, remember, guys, we can disagree and still get along, okay? But remember, Stephen, look at my last video I just made. Don't come over here telling me what my motives is. Don't come over here telling me why I should be here and what I should do while I'm here, all right? I'm giving you my boots on the ground experience. When I say Filipinas, I'm talking about the ones I've dealt with. I like that, okay? I like clearly defined goals, okay? Because we're not the same, okay? We're equal, but we're not the same. Let's see. JLM says knowledge of self is to love yourself first. Exactly. And see, that's what it all stems from. If you got low self-esteem, if you don't think highly of yourself, if you don't love yourself, what can somebody on the outside do for you? Nothing. It's only going to make the situation worse. You're only going to set yourself up to be taken advantage of even more. You got to love yourself even to know what love is anyway. What's your definition of love? Do you think somebody lay down with you in the bed, that's love? Or just saying that they love you, that's love, man. We all have our own definition of love. Mr. Biloxi Farman says, compared to a Western woman, you could definitely say they're submissive, but it's a different way. They're proud to be a good wife, caretaker, and keeping a clean house. They're great ladies, but see, that's all I'm saying. See, when we hear the word submission over in the West, we get all bent out of shape over it. We're all submissive to something, guys. Whatever it is, you got to tell you know what it is. Simply Actor says you gain respect from your Filipina if you respect her. We know our limit in our household and respect our men. Just don't abuse and think you're the king. She will be tired of you and walk away. Absolutely. See, but you said it all. She said you gain respect from your Filipina if you respect her. We know our limit in our household and respect our men. And that's all we ask for. Remember, I'm the leader until I prove otherwise. Because Philippines, I learned that a long time ago in 2009. I was coming from the Lawigan province in northern Mindanao. I had to ride a bus to what's the name of that city right there at the edge of northern Mindanao, where you catch the flight to. It starts with a B, guys. Help me. You fly to Cebu. Well, I was on a plane. I was in the airport with a brother, black man, and his Filipino wife. They were from Seattle, Washington. And I said, he said he was married. They had been married, I think, for like 9 years. I said, what type of wives do Filipinos make? Because remember, I was new over at the time. And he said, man, they're great companions. They're great friends. He said, they will follow you to the ends of the earth as long as you're going somewhere. But they're no fools. They're not going to follow you if you're not going anywhere. And that's all I'm saying. China Zolda Vulcan says, love isn't competition when it commits to your well-being because she thinks you deserve it. She respects you with her love to keep her spirit strong. And I can agree with that. I don't want to be up here and my wife's down here. I want to be equal, but we're not the same. So I'm going to encourage her to be her best self. And that's what I like about Filipino women. They're going to encourage you to be your best self, guys. I promise you. Says Travel Blog, says, too bad I'm tired of being locked down. I think we all feel that way, says Travel Vlogs, and we're on GCQ now. Our quarantine level was increased, made stricter. Now the next step is MECQ, which is basically locked down. Garrett says, hey, Calvin, it's not that I think that people don't understand you. I think they don't want to understand you. I think they don't want to understand you. I think they don't want to understand you. I know, man. And thanks, Garrett, for that. And, yeah, and see, they know they push back against me. But see, I'm getting better. I really am, man. I'm getting better to be able to recognize that, Garrett. Thomas Phillips says, if you are with a Filipina in the U.S., she is corrupted by our culture. Absolutely. The longer she stays there, the more corrupted. I know Filipinos over there who do not want to come back to the Philippines, man. Come on now. Your whole family, your friends, this is where you were born and raised. Why would you turn your back on that? They just do, man. Mr. Biloxi Farman says, no nagging, yelling, being henpecked. I'll take Tampo any day. Yeah, well, but see, I'm not going to take the nagging, yelling, being henpecked either. You know, just one thing I learned a long time ago. I can't change people. So I'm not going to try to change people. So don't try to change me. I'm who I am. I'm 58 right now. I mean, you're talking to a brick wall trying to change me. What's Simply Actors? I just seen something really good by her. Ball in 1665 in Paradise. I see you, brother. Chriselle says, I've experienced enough in dating sites. Chriselle Sebastian says the nitty gritty. John Williams says, Calvin, you have a happy, you are happy and your wife is happy. Don't let nobody tell you that you are wrong in the way you are running your house. Thanks, man. Like I said, I just like to talk about this stuff. I don't want y'all to get blindsided over here. It's enough on YouTube where we can take a little bit from here and leave the rest, take a little bit from everybody. But I want to give you the nitty gritty. This is really what I'm seeing. I'm not going to try to, the Philippines does not need to be hyped, man. It's good enough on its own. I have to remind y'all that over and over, man. There's nothing I can do to build this place up. It's got a mystique all its own. Hey, Cal Deadman. He said, thanks for the super chat. He said, Cal, replace the word submissive and say appreciation. No, my lady appreciates me. There's a difference. But those are two different words, Cal. And see, if you come over here expecting to be appreciated, you're going to get your feelings hurt. Because, it just takes a while for them to show appreciation. And they show appreciation in a way that we may not recognize. And we're going to get upset about it. It seems like they don't appreciate what we do for them. So no, I'm using the word submissive. It's the right way. It's not a bad word, guys. Y'all get bent out of shape when somebody says submissive. It wouldn't be in the dictionary if it wasn't being practiced, man. Come on, guys. Stephen K. He said, do you, Calvin? No one's trying to change you. Just don't think you own the place because you help people out. You help people because they need it. Yeah, well, that's not what I'm doing, brother. I'm just telling you my perspective, Stephen K. How many times I got to tell you that? Okay. Now, when you get over here, you may see you're going to see the Philippines from a whole different perspective than me. I'm just giving you my boots on the ground experiences. Doesn't mean I'm an expert. Doesn't mean I'm a know-it-all. Doesn't mean that my way is the only way, guy. Okay? Come on, man. You know better, though, Stephen. I'm going to have to put you in that Michael Cosby. I think you guys come on here to try to ride on my cage, but it doesn't work. You know, if you don't, I mean, we can disagree and still get along, guys. I love LaChan said 30 is way too young to be thrown away. Remember, we don't make the rules over here. I love LaChan. They feel that way. They feel that as a 30-year-old, they're old maids over here. I didn't say that. Yeah, retired 2019 at Ball, and the guys need to respect Calvin Channel. See, that's what they're doing. They're disrespecting me. And that's okay, because they're not gonna ride on my chain. I'm over here in paradise right now. I'm enjoying myself. I'm actually having a great time. Retired 2019. And see, I'm in the land of pussycat dolls. They're over there in the land of dicks, and they're mad. LA Detroit said, we coming back one day. Come on, brother, because I want to meet you, man, you and your wife. Joshua Mason said, Calvin, what neighborhood did you live in? When I initially moved to Philippines, I lived in the West End with my father. And then once I started working and I moved in with a young lady, we lived in Over the Rhine. And then when we split up, I eventually moved out off Westwood Northern Boulevard. I was around the corner from the Fay. I lived on McHenry. Michael Cosby, thanks for that super chat. He says, if you think it's okay for your father to be a preacher, to have 3 families in the same neighborhood, you're crazy. You're different and you make excuses. Well, that was a different time. And women accepted that because they knew about each other. So, I was an innocent young child. I wasn't even 4 at that time. David Jones says, if you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else. The relationship won't work out. It's just lust. Absolutely. And if you think somebody else's love is going to cure you, you're sadly mistaken too. Hey guys, let's hit the thumbs up. It's 291 people, 127 people watching. Y'all know that helps me. Come on, guys. Hey, Philippines, my paradise. My good friend Ned's on here, guys. Go over and support Ned, guys. He's got a great channel, and I wouldn't build him up if it wasn't. Let's see. Sam Champion said, Calvin, so many guys here seem to not understand what you are saying by using the word submissive. 30% to 50% of guys and plan to relocate will change their minds after 2 or 3 weeks until they see it. Yeah, see, and that's exactly right, Sam. Thank you for that. The word submission, we've been programmed to think that's a bad word. And we get all bent out of shape when somebody uses woman and submission in the same sentence. But me and you are submissive to something, to someone, to something. And if you say you're not, then you're just lying to yourself. Pan-African black men going their own way. If I could only understand what you're saying, brother, you talking way over my head. I'm 58 years old. All that stuff you're talking about, man, it's too, I'd have to go to college to get a degree to even understand what you're saying, man. Keep it simple on the channel, man. That way you can probably help somebody. Hey, Sam Llewellyn, he's a Calvin Love from Cali. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate the love, guys. Because we got some hate on here today. Hey, V. Thomas, he said Michael Cosby's paying to tell it like he sees it. You don't have to do that, though, man. You know, we respect your viewpoint, but we can disagree and still get along. Yeah, L.A. Detroit. Now, this is the nitty gritty. He said the modern feminist movement have destroyed the true meaning of submission. There's nothing wrong with it. They're submitting to something. Their beliefs in the feminist movement. Dana Middleton says the Filipino woman wants a good man who will allow her to be a good woman. They want somebody who loves them, respects them, who will accept them for who they are. And then she's going to put you in the leadership role. You don't have to do it. She's going to do it. Yeah, CS, where's the NTZ? I don't know. Ingrid Davis said right here. Y'all crazy on here, man. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to bring something up, guys. This was funny to us, but not funny to the person. And I'm gonna show you how things really quickly go viral here. And you can say what you want about political leaders over here. They listen to the people. This worker, for some reason, his employer got mad at him and gave him his paycheck in centavo coins. And that's like you going to pick up your paycheck from Ford Motor Company and they pay you with all pennies, man. This was disrespectful. He complained about it and it went to the highest levels, man. And they came down on this employer and made him publicly apologize. It's in the paper today, but imagine you going to get your check and they give it to you in all pennies. That's what they did to this person over here. Leo XL says, good wine helped that submission. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm giving you my boots on the ground experience, what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. The 3 women that I've been with over here, the Filipinas, they, have been submissive in our relationship in a good way, not a bad way. They saying, okay, you're the head of the household. What you say goes until you prove otherwise. Main Time says, are you taking any new recruits for the NTZ, Calvin? Yeah, I am. If guys are going to, I know what Cal Deadman's doing now. He does 3 or 4 things at a time. He's probably over there shaving. He's cooking something in the air fryer. He's talking to his wife on his other phone, and then he's trying to be in the NTZ. Let's see. A Red Lloyd said, this is why I'm leaving America. The simps are real. Yeah, it's a lot of reasons. It doesn't mean I don't love America any less than these so-called patriots. But the earth is 197 million square miles. There's no rule that says I have to stay there my whole entire life. Who wants to stay in one spot their whole entire life? Man, life goes by quick enough. And when you tie yourself down with that 30-year mortgage and all of that, man, that's what you're doing, man. Yeah, Frank Ellis, he said a lot of cats on here drinking hater ale today. They are, and I don't get it. They come under here under the guise of being good guys. And then, this channel is not about that, guys. We're trying to build a brotherhood of men and women that's going to help each other. I just brought the subject up because I think it's something we need to talk about. Is it real or is it fake? A couple of guys said it's not real. Their submission is only there to get what they want. I say it's real because I see it in their culture. I see it with the man, how they treat their Filipino husbands and partners and boyfriends over here. Okay? It's not just reserved for foreigners, guys. Yeah, LA Detroit, he says it's not about money, it's about culture. My Filipino wife makes twice as much money, and she's submissive and respectful. Haters think we're controlling poor Filipinos with our money. It's not true. That's right. Man, I couldn't have said it better. You know, women over here have some dignity, guys, okay? Don't think that they don't. You know, and a Filipino who really loves you is going to love you whether you got 1 peso or 1,000,000 pesos. I promise you, man. You know. Cal Deadman, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, if I put everybody in timeout, you can pay your light bill until they wake up. Oh, man. See, you starting something, Cal. You supposed to be the supervisor of the NTZ. John Williams said the Western man has been destroyed by letting the woman to rule the husband and the house. You know, I have to agree with you, man. You know, whenever you bring up the word submission, you see how we get beat up about it. I mean, what's the big deal about that, guys? You know, if you're going to be a wimp in your own house, then I can't help you, man. I mean, that's on you. You know, I'm not going to let anybody, man or woman, control my life. I'm the leader of my life, okay? And if she has a problem with that, I'm sorry. I'm not going to, you know, am I open to suggestions? Am I open to taking advice? Absolutely. But I'm going to have the final say over the decisions in my life. And if you live with me in my household, then that includes you. Hey, thank you, John Gomez, for that super chat. He said, my first wife was Japanese, submissive. My second wife was Guyanese, submissive. My present wife is Dominican. Nope, she is not submissive. Do not like it at all. Almost on that plane to the Philippines. Yeah, man, you can't go from submissive to confrontational. You know, then you're going to know, you know, trust me, man, I was married to a beautiful black woman for 18 years. We started out as best friends. The longer we stayed together, the more confrontational. She would argue about me over anything. If I said the sky was blue, she said, no, that's an illusion. Okay? Anything I said, man, she had a problem with it. And I'm not going to live in a relationship like that. Look, damn it, I'm paying the bills. If I say we're going to Florida on the vacation, then damn it, we're going to Florida. If you got a problem, then stay your fat ass home. Because you done got fat and all out of shape and all that. You really can't tell me nothing now. Now, I ain't got nothing against fat people, guys. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, man, she used to make me mad with that. I'm bringing home the bacon, cooking it, and everything. You know, but anything I said, she had a problem with, and that's what I'm talking about, being submissive. I'm the leader in my household. You got a problem with it on her, I'm sorry. Right, China Zolda and I think Michael Cosby said that to get under our skin. A slave has no choice, as a captive has no choice. See, a lot of Filipinos, they're taught to be this way. It's in their culture. If you don't believe me, come over here. You'll see it for yourself. Miss Eusta, man, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. He said, Calvin, having flashbacks. No, man, yeah, it makes me mad, man, when I think about it. And I said, look, the next relationship I get into, after being married for 18 years, and, man, my last few years was hell. I didn't want that anymore. Let's see, man, know your state, Calvin, you're fat shaming. No, I'm sorry. I apologize to anybody out there. I didn't mean to do that. But see, I was supposed, here's another thing that made me mad about my marriage over there. That's missing with my relationships over here. I'm supposed to put up with your character defects, but I'm supposed to be perfect. See, I didn't like that. See, she wanted me to work out and stay in great shape. I had to stop smoking, drinking, doing everything and tailor my lifestyle to hers. But she could eat 3 times a day, don't work out, don't grow in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, or anything. And I'm supposed to deal with that. No, I'm sorry. Hey, LR, thanks for that super sticker, man. I appreciate you, Larry, man. Hey, Thomas Phillips, thanks for that super sticker. And we're all different, guys. You know, you may not want to be the leader. I want to be the leader sometimes. I'm tired of all that confrontation and stuff, you know. LA Detroit says, don't apologize. The truth is the truth. That's the problem in the U.S. We're trying to hide the fact that women do get fat. By Kevin Samuel says, push away from the table. Yeah, but, you know, I don't want to take that, people to take that the wrong way. Yeah, Thomas Phillips, she said, submissive is easy if you're good to them. And see, I think that's the way the Filipina gets what she wants, man. Nobody comes from as far back to achieve their goals. I'm seeing lofty goals as the Filipina, because she uses that to her advantage. It's not a weakness, it's a strength for her. And I'm just trying to tell you guys about it. But now y'all pushing back against me. Retired 2019 says, Calvin, I used to date a woman, and after it was over, she wanted to be friends. I said, no way, because I'm a traditional man and she's a feminist. Men are the prize. Absolutely. Dana Milton said, what's the updates on the Las Vegas meeting? Right now, Jason Flint, his birthday's August 16th. So tentatively, they're going to meet in Vegas August 16th. But there's no update on the hotel or the Airbnb yet, Dana Milton. I'm going to keep you updated on that. Texas Azoy says, damn, preach, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be the leader, man. That's why I came over here. You know, I didn't, you know, I'm looking for what was established here before I was even born. I didn't make the rules, and you're not going to blame me for it. That's for damn sure. You know, same with the cost of living. I love the cost of living, but you're not going to bash me over the head for wanting to come somewhere where I can get that monkey off my back. Chriselle's getting ready to hit the hamster wheel. She said, all right, folks, this was a great live show, but I got to go. This submissive Filipina needs to submit herself to the job she loves. Absolutely, see? Because it's not just submitting to her man. It's submitting to her job, her career, her family, her religion, her studies, guys. Thanks for the super chat, Michael. Cosby said, we all know what he wants, to be in control. That's why you went there. I know, and you went to the right place. They would do anything you say for rights, and you can dominate, be the leader. Now, that's not why I stay here, because I'm going to tell you something, Michael. Go. I put my link. I put my video on my last link of my girlfriend wants me for my money in a new life. I don't care. I'm going to be here because I love the Philippines, the cost of living, 365 days of sunshine, the fresh vegetables, the fresh fruit, the once-in-a-lifetime destinations. Promise you, I came over here for a woman, but I'm not here now for a woman, okay? Red Lord, thanks for the super chat. He says, she sounds like the average American woman, give you nothing but disrespect and wants everything. That's right. See, that's why me and my wife of 18 years raised 4 beautiful daughters. We split up, man. I wasn't going to keep putting up with that. I got to be perfect, but you can, you know, I'm supposed to deal with your character defects. I'm supposed to put up with you gaining weight. You won't go and get your high school diploma. You know, you want to drink. You don't want to, nothing to do with self-improvement, but you want a perfect man. I'm sorry, okay? Hey, Iman McGurry, thanks. He said, congrats to you, Cal, on Ricky and family, beautiful family. Thank you, but I can't take all the credit for that. I want to thank everybody who got involved with Ricky and Violet, and I'm only going to do a video maybe once a month on them because Ricky's a changed man. I will take a picture of him. He wasn't home yesterday, and I went to the plaza. I wanted to take a picture of him, a video of him out there working to put on my community page, and I'm still going to do that, guys. Hey, thank you, Magnolia State, for the super chat. He says, at Michael Cosby, if it works for him, why do you effing care? Please follow rule number 1. Absolutely. Shut the fuck up and mind your own business. And you can still be part of the NTZ. Sam Champion says, and Michael Cosby, please experience the Philippines before you develop a closed mind. It's a very different world than America. I'm trying to help people, guys. And y'all taking it the wrong way. You know, I don't understand, but I'm not going to change. My mother says, because people are silly don't mean you have to be silly, which means don't change. Just be who you are. And I am, man. John Williams said, Michael, a real man supposed to be in control. God said, Adam, where are you? And, just my take on that story, if you think the apple that Eve gave Adam was a real apple and the snake that convinced her to give up the apple was a real snake, then I got news for you, man. We know what that was all about. It's all about the anatomy, guys. John Wells said, I ain't gonna lie, I came here for the women and the rock star treatment. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. We did not make the rules, and y'all trying to make us pay for that. It is what it is over here in different places in the world. Kona Ranger says, if they haven't been to the PI, they will never understand. They won't, man. And thank you for that. Miss Sutato says, Calvin, are you meeting in August? No, I'm probably still going to be here. We start construction on our house July the 5th. And actually, I met with the engineer yesterday. We gave him the papers. Everything's been approved. The fire department was the last one. We had the last hurdle to jump over. Hey, Stephen K. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. But, I think you're a hater, man. And it's okay. I've made over 420 videos. I try to give people a 360. Okay, if you want to go by a few videos I made, it's on you. Go back in my library, sir. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. Okay? Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time, Stephen K. Hey, Brian Smith. Thank you so much for that super chat. He said, hey, Calvin, the best word to describe your ex-wife and most of the women in the USA is entitled. I have to agree with you. Because like I said, I'm supposed to make all the changes, but she can just be who she is. I'm supposed to accept the past, the present, and the future of her. I can't expect any better. I can't demand any better. I'm wrong. I'm fat shaming, or I'm putting women down, or I'm trying to be controlling if I expect any better. Hey, Michael Cosby, thanks for that super chat. He says, I've been there many times. I know what's going on. I see why they are going to survive. If you don't believe it, then try to be rough. I'm telling you the truth. And we agree, we agree with you, Michael, but the point is, I didn't make the rules over here. And you didn't either. Let's see. No, I didn't say, no, you attacking me. Go back and read your last statement, Stephen K. You are a hater. That's my opinion. Go on the disciples, go on to all them other channels with that stuff that you give a pass, that they can't, that they're not putting out the quality information and the content I am, but you come on my channel with this foolishness, man. Go on with that, man. Go on to them bikini-clad websites with all that stuff, man. I know hate when I see it. I'm 58. And I'm not even going to acknowledge anything you say anymore. Yeah, Lynn San Diego 102. You a hater now, I see. And that pisses me off. I don't even think that's the real Lynn. China's older Vulcan says it's a tree of knowledge to eternal life, but it contained the knowledge of good and evil, but evil doesn't get eternal life. Keenan Fielder says, I just divorced my wife for the same reasons. Yeah, I'm supposed to put up with you overeating. You don't want to improve your life, but I'm supposed to be perfect. Simply Akers, thank you for this. She said, Calvin is well informed, you guys. Some foreigners who spent a few years in the Philippines think they're better than the Filipino. I can't stand their channel, and most of them think money is love in the Philippines. See, that's what I'm saying. And I appreciate that simply because that's coming from a Filipino. You can see the difference. But people like Steve and Kate, they give those guys pass. See, they put me up there. They raised the bar for me. I'm supposed to be Ed Bradley or somebody. See. Hey, BB Sakara, thank you so much. She said, it's one of my Filipino subscribers. She said, I done like and cherish her, Calvin. I'm here always sending full packed support to you, Sir Calvin. More blessings and more power to your channel, Sir Calvin. Keep safe always. See, that's why I love it here, guys. Texas, Zoe says, damn, Calvin Rammon, I know hate and I'm 58. Yeah. AC King says, be yourself, free yourself. Who cares what other people think as long as you are not inconsiderate and disrespectful to others? Exactly. I've got two rules that I live by. That's it. I obey the law and I don't, violate the rights of my fellow man, man. You know, I'm not going to hate on nobody, man. Stab you in the back and all of that. Hey, thank you, Jason Flint, for the super chat. He says, I watched a video today while it was raining in the Philippines. I saw kids in the rain having fun. It was amazing. Then I thought, I never did that as a kid. That freedom was life when I get there. I would dance in the rain. Oh, man, that's one of the favorite things they do. They call it Lego. And it reminds me of when I was little. That's why I fit in so well in the Philippines. It reminds me of when I was a little child, Jason. They do a lot of the same things that I used to do 40 years ago, 50 years ago, man. You know. Hey, thank you, Gabriel Bowe, for the super chat. He said, I hate to do this, but can I ask you to give this to your wife? She'll gladly accept it. You know. Sal, he said, Calvin, the time you are spending on that deadbeat hater is taken away from us, your true viewers and listeners. Yeah, thanks, Sal, for putting me in my place. You're right. Dana Millicent said, thank you for being my eyes and ears over there, man. I appreciate the love, guys. You know. But yeah, Jason, you're right, man. That's why I love it over here, man. Life is so simple, man. They still play marbles over here. I seen, if you go to Gesano Mall over here, up underneath this big tree, you'll see the the tricycle drivers and pedicab drivers. They're playing checkers with bottle tops in 2021. That's why I love it here, man. It's a throwback, man. You're going to love it. China's older Vulcan says they are trying to bring their home country lifestyle, to the Philippines, ignoring the Philippines have their own value system. Absolutely, man. Benny G says, hey, Calvin, no other YouTubers have the balls to bring this subject matter of submission to light. Keep up the good work and stay true to yourself. I am, man. Thank you, Benny G. You know, I just try to talk about real life stuff, guys, that you're going to run into over here. There's more to the Philippines than bikini-clad women splashing around in the water, but that's as nitty-gritty as you really going to get it, guys. Red Lord said, if you don't get a hater every day, you're not doing your job right. That's exactly right. John Gomez said, definitely a throwback, like the 50s. That's why I love it. You see these guys, they deliver water over here. Just remember the milkman when we were little. Same way. I could show you where when they wash the clothes, they still hang them out to dry on the line, man. Yeah, Frank Ellis. He said, damn, that's really old school. Yeah. But that's what will make you fall in love with this place. It's a lot of old school place. I remember when I was little, the fruit man would come down the street hollering, apples, bananas. They still do that. Every morning they sell fish, fruit, little delicacies that Filipino people eat over here. They sell them. Yeah, Texas is always said, hell yeah, bottle caps, chilling, ain't tripping. Yeah, they do that. Mark Galander says postman rings twice. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Come on, guys. Hey, JH, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, what new restaurants are you and John going to try next? Well, we're on GCQ now, man. We're really, it's not a whole lot of new restaurants to try now. And I'm spoiled by, it's really spoiled me, this Ma'awani Hotel. Everywhere I go, I'm always comparing other restaurants to their food. It's like I'm wasting my money. Hey, thanks, Teddy Bear, for that super sticker, man. I really appreciate you guys for your super chat, your super stickers. Let's get the thumbs up going, y'all. Let's at least get 200. Cal Demon says, Cal said, I'm not on my job. Watch this. Yeah, because you're doing 4 things at once. You're cooking on the air fryer. You're shaving. You're talking to your wife, and you're doing this. Hey, thanks, David Thacker. He says, looking great here in Morgantown, Kentucky. Keep up the great work. Is that down the Western Kentucky Parkway, David? I'm thinking I saw that Morgantown with those big old, earth movers and stuff. Yeah, John, he says, AJH, after eating at Ma'awani, everything else is let down. It is. It makes me feel like I'm wasting my money. Oh, yeah, John Gomez. Yeah, oops, her and the food. That's something you got to watch out for, guys, here, because unfortunately, you know, Filipinos, they have long hair, but they do not wear hair nets. So every now and then, you're going to get that cringe factor, man. You're going to get the hair and the food, and there's no refunds. Hey, John Morris, he says, greetings from London. Are you on the retiree visa? I understand one can invest the money from the deposit one has to put up for the visa into a condominium. Yeah, that's true. No, I love my freedom, man. I'm on a tourist visa. I don't want to tie myself down. That's the one reason I came to the Philippines, because of the freedom that it affords me. Now, when you start having to put these deposits and these investments and stuff, man, I don't want any parts of that. But some people, that's what they choose to do. And there's no right or wrong with that. But no, I'm on a tourist visa, and I love that. Hey, Joe T says, hey, Calvin, I found you a couple of weeks ago. Thanks for what you are doing. My wife was from St. Carlos. I lost her 18 years ago to cancer. Wow. As soon as they open, I'm coming to visit her family, man. Man, my deepest condolences to you, Joe T, man. You know, a lot of my friends have lost their Filipina and Asian wives. I've got a friend, he lost his wife to stomach cancer. She was like 30-something. And then my neighbor in America across the street, he was married to a woman from South Korea. He lost her to stomach cancer. And I was just wondering, is that something that's common to Filipinas and Asian women, is stomach cancer? Dave Thacker said, yes, it's just south side of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yeah, because I was going to Paducah, and I believe I seen that Morgantown, Kentucky sign. I mean, you see just humongous earth movers. Simply, I could say, Cal, why don't you apply for a green card? It would save you some headache. I know, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with investing and, you know, tying me down and all of that. I will simply. Forex Vet says, how are you able to stay so long on tourist visa? Well, the Philippines now has what's called a long-term stay visa. With your valid U.S. passport, you can stay here for 36 months consecutively. Now, you have to renew your visa every month, 2 months, or 6 months, up to 36 months. Then you leave the country for 24 hours and return and start the process over. See, I like it like that. Pre-pandemic, it's really what everybody was doing. There was no need for the retirement visa and all of that. Now, the 13A is really easy because you're married to a Filipino, but remember, when you register your marriage here in the Philippines, that means she has to get an annulment. You're tying her down, tying her in. And see, I don't believe in all that. See? So, yeah, Forex Vet, that's how I'm able to do that. Because, see, really, me and my wife, soon to be ex-wife, we're on good terms, man. She would come over here now and get a 13A for me if I wanted her to. But I don't want to do that. Then when we get a divorce, she'd have to get an annulment. She can't afford that. Why would I want to put her through all that trouble? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mark Ratner. He said, Calvin, funny how the Filipinas have no issues with what you're saying. It's only the female simps who are butthurt. It's always that way. The only pushback I get, the only trolls and haters that I have, I promise you, are my fellow Americans, my fellow countrymen. I can't figure it out, Mark Ratner. I don't get it, man. The main people who I'm trying to help. Michael Cousins said, good luck in the future with your woman and your ex-Filipino. They have a plan in it. It's not to be submissive. Haha, they play you. You just think. But see, that's what thanks for that super chat, Michael. But that's what the subject of my channel, of the live stream is today. Is it real or is it make believe? Do they do that because it's their culture, or do they do that to get what they want? K. Earls, thanks for that super chat. He says, speaking the truth, keeping it real. Thanks, Calvin. That's how I am, and that's how I'm going to be, man. They can always change the channel, man. There's plenty, stuff out there on the Philippines for them. I mean, that's one thing I like about YouTube and the Philippine genre. It's so much out there. Cal Deadman says, John Wells says, Mark Ratner, I see more crowd mentality from Americans and expats than I do from Filipinos. That's right. It's true, man. We're the one. We always say the Filipino has a crowd mentality. No, it's us. We've got that bad over in America, man, and I hate it. Instead of them being happy for guys like me and John, they want to hate on us. Man, we're saying, come on over here. We're telling you what your life's going to be like when you come over here. Don't hate us for it. Okay, simply, I can say my husband's friend, he's living in Bayawan and staying with his green card. Life is more easier for him. Yeah, he doesn't have to leave the country. Yeah, and a lot of people do that. I'm going to look into that. Retired 2019 said, Calvin is simple. The guys who are hating can't get a woman. Maybe that's it, retired 19. I don't understand. Frank Ellis said maybe, and that's why a lot of expats are leaving Thailand and Vietnam. They're tripping on the visa policy. Well, it was never really a good visa policy. I think in Thailand, I know Indonesia, you can only stay for 90 days. Some places only 30, like I believe Cambodia. Then you have to leave, go across the border and come back. See, that's doing too much. That's doing too much. 3 years, man. That's why I like it here. They've got as a liberal of a visa policy. Man, imagine if America had a visa policy like that. AZ Hot Night said, Calvin, you're doing a great service. Our minds just need to be opened up to the rest of the human race. Man, listen, I want to highlight that comment because I say it all the time. As Americans, we only represent 4% of the world population, but we want to control 100% of the narrative. Look, guys, there's other thought processes than just what's over in America. There's a whole world, the whole earth, full of different perspectives and outlooks and opinions. Don't get mad because somebody thinks differently or wants to live differently than you. Ron Bizzle said council culture is big in the USA. I don't like it. I'm afraid of it. When you can go back, when there's no time limit on what you've done, I mean, that's pretty scary. When you can go way back to when he was in elementary school or high school, you know how we used to grab women's booties back then. I was guilty of that, man. They can come after me now for that and say I was sexually abusing women. That's ridiculous. And I don't care. I argue with anybody about that. Yeah, we used to run. I was in the sixth grade. We used to run and smack girls on the booty and keep running. We did that. King Troll says, King Troll, I pay no troll, says your words have the same effect as smelling salts to the brain. Yeah, man. Sometimes, here's what a friend of mine, Joel Muhammad, told me one time. He said, Calvin, be careful when you're giving advice. He said, because it's like somebody is in the dark eating a bowl of spaghetti, and when you cut on the light, they realize they're eating worms. They get mad at you. That's what happens to me. See, you got to be careful, man, when you give out this information, man. People take it the wrong way. Conan Ranger says it's a good time to be a lawyer in the USA. Many jobs. Yeah, lawyers are getting rich, but they're sitting back, and no one, and being, they're not getting any backlash of all this money they're making, representing these victims and also these accusers. They're making a ton of money over there. Hey, Jacob John J., I know you got to go, man, because I'm getting ready to go. I got about 8 minutes left. Simply, I could say, Calvin, don't listen to Michael. He sounds like those men who pregnate these Filipinas and run away. If you married a woman, think she is after your money, that's what you will get. Absolutely. Right on, Simply. Come to my defense, and I love you for that. Mark Yolanda said, you giving them the red pill and they keep chewing on the blue pill. Yeah. Pan-African black men going their own way. A1 black man says, Bill Cosby was free, found not guilty. The truth will set you free. I'm not going to address that, man. That's too divisive, man. To be honest with you. Joe T said lawyers are half the problem here in the USA. They're part of this council culture, but they're not getting any backlash, or anything on it, guys. They're getting away with murder, man. They're getting rich off this stuff. Clayton Murray, see, he said Bill Cosby is not innocent. See, y'all gonna go back and forth. Let's not get started with that, guys. Troy Carpenter, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Conan Ranger. Lawyers and politicians make all the money. That's right. And it's crazy. Simply Actor said that, Michael, I advise you don't go after a Filipino. I think you're not ready for that. See, if you come over here, Filipinos love real men. If you're a real man, you're going to succeed over here. If you're a wimp over here, then you get everything you deserve. Real men succeed over here. Wimps, they're going to treat you worse than you get treated at home. AZ Hot Night says a self-imposed arranged relationship. This is real life. Yeah, John says keep the content on the Philippines. That's what we're here for. Yeah, to hell with I wasn't there when the Bill Cosby stuff happened, man. China's older Vulcan says he wasn't supposed to be sentenced because of an agreement with the prosecutor. You may be right. Yeah, I've got 5 minutes and 28 seconds, Cal. Deadman. You can go back to frying your steaks. Cal Deadman, he puts everything in that air fryer. He swears by that air fryer. I haven't put any steaks in there yet, Cal. Clayton Mary says, are you wimpy or Popeye? Yeah, you got to make that decision before you come to the Philippines. They want Popeye over here. They don't want wimpy, you know. But, and if you don't believe me, ask a lot of these wimpies over here who thought they could come over here and become Popeye. No. Filipinos do not like wimps. They want real men. They want somebody to follow, man. Come on, guys. I'm telling you now. I'm giving you the nitty gritty. If you don't want it, then stay on the porch. You know, my woman don't want some old simp, wimp, some sap, some, you know. Yeah, Simply Actor said, guys, please don't go for a Filipina if you have other intentions in your mind. Like she is after your money because you will get a gold digger. But if you are a real man, you get a real Filipina. Absolutely. You know, and see, the thing is, guys, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not trying to be a saint or nothing like that. But, you know, these women over here have it hard enough, man. Leave them alone if you don't really want. There's plenty of women over here who want to play games and you can give them money for their services and all that. Leave these regular women alone, man. They got it hard enough, man. You coming over with that wimpy stuff. Give it to me now and I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday stuff. Leave that stuff in America, man. You know, Roy Jones said, I eat burgers. I guess I'm wimpy. No, wimpy's all that. Give me a burger today. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. With all that old trying to get love and sex and relationships on credit, man. Don't bring that over here. Alex Sagastun says, be the man, she'll be the woman. Well said. It's true, man. You know. Hey, Leonard Lund from Houston. He says, how are you and your family doing, man? We're doing good, guys. Thank you, man, for asking. Bill Ellis said, but they might withhold sex from me. Yep, you try to get it on credit. Randy Sears says Stephen K was just trying to show his submissiveness. That's all. Yeah. Now he comes over here from them different websites trying to, you know, get it in on me, man. I figured him out. I thought he was a good guy at first, but I leave his post up because I want y'all to see the hate that comes my way. John Wells says, yeah, Calvin's right. Don't play games with the good girls. It won't end well for you. Yeah, just leave them alone, man. You know, they didn't ask for trouble, man, you know. But if you're going to be a real man, I'll tell you, they're going to treat you like a king over here. And whether Michael Cosby wants to blame me for it or not, I didn't make the rules. I found a piece of heaven over here, and I'm going to hold on to it as long as I can. You know, it just so happened that the rules, the game that they're playing over here, I agree with it 100%. Okay. Mark Unk says, never thaw your beef before cooking it in your air fryer. They cook better frozen. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. See, I'm going to tell my girlfriend, does that include chicken too? Gary Lafferty says, they're all about money. If you have none, she's gone. Yeah, well, you know, I don't think you want to come over here with a woman that's not a woman either, do you? Because we always talk about what the Filipino wants. I think the next live stream I'm going to have is let's talk about what we want, guys. Don't put it all on the Filipina. Talk about that's all she wants is money. What do we want? Okay? Let's talk about what we want, Gary, sometime. All right? Don't put it all on the Filipino. Let's get honest with ourselves. What do you want? Why do you come over here? And I guess she's supposed to just give it to you freely without a fight, and she don't get nothing in return. Come on, guys. That's just crazy as hell. But yeah, guys, it's getting late in America. I hope you help somebody. But before I get started on that, I want to thank y'all for joining me today. I want to thank y'all for the super chats, the super stickers, the good conversation, man. You know, it's always fun on here, you know, and we can disagree and still get along on this channel. But don't try to attack one another. Don't try to attack me. But thanks for the super chats, the super stickers, the thumbs up, all your support, all your kindness, your generosity, man. I mean, really, man. Look what y'all did with Gail, Donna, with Rick. And it's going to be many more, guys, because that's what this channel is all about. But I'm creating a brotherhood and a sisterhood of people that's going to come together, man, for the good of us all, man. All that hating stuff, leave it over there. What me and John is experiencing in Texas to Zoe and a bunch of us over here are experiencing, man, it's waiting for you. There's no sense in getting jealous. We're telling you what you're going to get when you get over here. They roll out the brightest red carpet. I'm getting ready to go in here now and get the beef curtains, you know, the honey pot, the softest place on earth. Whatever you want to call it, it's waiting for me in there when I get off this live stream. But it's getting late if you're in America. I hope you help somebody before you let your head hit the pillow. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's what, 11:08 a.m. We have the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. There's no excuse that we shouldn't intentionally go out and find somebody to help. I don't care if he's a foreigner or a Filipino. If he needs our help, we should be there to help him. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people. We help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. I love LaChan said, that's the life, Calvin. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go over here and get inside the beef curtains. Take care, guys.